We're here in magical Monaco for this afternoon's qualifying session, which will be getting underway shortly. Qualifying will determine who'll sit on pole at this iconic track. These next few minutes could determine tomorrow's race result as well, before it even starts. The driver on pole will be best placed to win the race, considering how difficult it is to overtake here.
Exactly. To be in with a decent chance of winning here, you need to be on the front row. Even a few places further back on the grid, and you've got to rely on a bit of good luck to come your way, as overtaking opportunities are very limited.
So, it's that time of the F1 calendar. It's qualifying for Monaco right now. It's the one that everybody wants to get on pole for. It's career mode part 6 for Max Verstappen here in his Toro Rosso at Monaco. And after a fantastic result last time out, which if you haven't checked out, make sure you do. Great race that one at Spain. We're looking to go one step further here and see what we can produce this weekend. Qualifying looking dry, that's good, although the forecast is saying showers there, so I've got no idea when they're expected, whether that's this session or for the race. Who knows, but let's head out onto the track to see where we can plonk this Toro Rosso for qualifying and then tomorrow's race. So, completing our first pretty much installation lap of the session. It's a 17 flat, so we didn't bother with practice, so we're just feeling our way into the track now, trying to get a feel for the track, the grip, push the boundaries as much as we can without plonking it into the wall, ruining the car. We're going to have to go a bit quicker than that, I think, to get pole here, but that's what we're aiming for. We want that pole position at Monaco. Drive to the line. What can we do? Is it enough? I think it is. I think we've just about nicked it. We've moved down to P3 on the run to the line, and then I think we've grabbed P1 by around 1/10 of a second. Let's have a look at the timing screen, see what's happened.
What a fabulous performance from Max Verstappen. He's on pole for tomorrow's race. A fantastic result for the Dutch driver.
We certainly appreciate how good a qualifying lap that was. Truly spectacular. Now, can he deliver the same type of performance tomorrow? I, for one, cannot wait to find out.
Well, well, well. First pole position of the career mode, Max Verstappen. P1 at Monaco. And look at that gap, less than 1/10 of a second between us, Lewis Hamilton and Nico Rosberg. What a race we have on our hands for tomorrow. Let's head out there and see what's going to unfold over the 39 lap race, I believe it is, around the streets of Monaco.
Welcome to one of the most iconic race circuits on the Formula One calendar. It's Monaco, the playground of the rich and famous. Max Verstappen has the advantage going into this race. He starts from pole position, and I wouldn't be at all surprised to see him do really well here. He obviously feels at one with the circuit. Certainly he left nothing in the locker in terms of lap time yesterday.
There's no doubt that he likes this track. I think that was apparent from his wonderful qualifying pace yesterday. He'll be hoping that he can put in another good performance today and that he can convert it into a race win.
It was a disappointing race last time out for Lewis Hamilton. He needs to bounce back today. In the pre-race interviews, he's been talking a lot about the importance of mental strength and not dwelling on problems and bad performances.
Lewis can wear his heart on his sleeve and at times is led by his emotions. I think since his move to Mercedes, though, he's showing a greater level of maturity, which is helping him become more consistent in his performances.
Well, there's your pre-race build-up. P1 on the grid, so it's saying it's a one-stop race. Obviously, track position is key. You don't want to be doing too many stops, or maybe a two-stop here and getting stuck behind cars. It's going to be difficult, though. Say the tyres have never felt like they're good for a one-stop at any race. Even a two-stop at some tracks has been difficult. So, be interesting. It'll be on the fly. We make the decision as to whether we're going to be going for a two-stop or sticking out for that one-stop. If we can maintain P1 off the line, which has always been an Achilles heel for us this season. The start's never been a good place for us, but it's time to find out. On the grid, lights coming on now. What can we do on the run to turn 1? So it's a small bog down. Hamilton's jumped us, and that's it. P2 then. We couldn't keep ahead of Hamilton on the run to turn 1. Rosberg all over the back of us looking for a way past to follow his teammate through, but we're having none of it. We need to get that position back if we want to have any chance of winning this race, I feel. Getting a bit close there, really losing the back end under traction. So we seem to be okay through this final sector. So leading onto the straight, we're not that great by the looks of it, and obviously straight line speed, we're never going to trump the Mercedes. So it's going to be a long race, this one, strategical as well, to see where we're going to try and get past Hamilton. Deary me, trying to get on the power early, and the back end just not having it, just have not got the traction out of that final corner. But we are keeping up with Hamilton on pure race pace, so we have got good pace around this track, but whether that's going to last when the tyre wear comes in, who knows. Beautiful run through the chicane, just not enough traction on the exit. Although we should have another good run out of this chicane up here when you go slow on the exit, if we can get a good exit here ourselves. We can, side by side, alongside the rear wheel into Raskas. Can we do anything under DRS? It's not going to be. Great run out of there again though. Up the inside, lock up. Oh, it's so close. But still no way past the Mercedes. Out the inside. Slide lock up. Still side by side. Into Lowes hairpin, the tightest corner on F1, side by side with Lewis Hamilton. And we're through. Oh, we've gone wide. Rosberg now ready to pounce as well. Hamilton's still right behind us with that straight line speed. He could be a threat into the chicane. No, looks like we've got it. P1 is ours for now. Whew. Persistence is the key, ladies and gentlemen, for Monaco. Obviously at this point, one stop definitely the way to go. Come on, look back markers. Jenson Button behind the Manners in last place. That's not what I expected to see, but I did expect them to see them getting out of the bloody way. Yeah, thank you for moving over. Now please slow down. Bloody Nora. Thank you. So, boxing this lap then, the gap at 5 seconds to Hamilton. That's pretty tidy. A good stint's work there. Regaining the lead after we lost it off the line into turn 1. Biding our time and then forcing the move on Hamilton. Coming in now, end of lap 18, 21 laps on the prime tyres. As it looks like, we've got a couple of cars in there. Don't tell me that was both Mercedes pitting at the same time. That wouldn't surprise me on this game. So it looks like both Ferraris have decided to stay out, at least for another lap. Raikkonen still leading Vettel in that Ferrari challenge as the prime tyres are awfully cold and just with no grip. Get out of the faffing way. Oi! Fucking Nora. Vettel in the pits, Raikkonen also in the pits, so for some reason the teams all wanted to pit their cars at the same time in terms of their teams. And that's us back into P1, Hamilton takes back over P2, and possibly Raikkonen jumping up ahead of Rosberg. It is indeed. I'm not looking forward to trying to get past all this traffic. This could be a bit of a nightmare. Thankfully we've built a nice buffer to Hamilton of 7 seconds. Ricciardo, I've just noticed, is in P3. Fuck knows it's under Raikkonen and Rosberg. Alright Perez, there's no need to crash into the wall, mate. Just let me go through. Thank you. So in this next group we've got the 2 Saubers and Bottas down in 15th place. God knows what's happened to him. As Nasser inadvertently going for a dive bomb on Bottas and deciding to actually park the living bus out of his car. Thanks a lot. Bottas going for a move, deciding to pretty much crash right in front of us. But we're through just about. And now just Ericsson left with this group of back markers, and hopefully we won't catch any others before the end of the race, because this is an absolute nightmare. Yellow flags up ahead. What's going on here? It's Maldonado! What on earth are you doing? Talk about living up to your name. Oh my god. What in the hell has happened there? I don't even know. Where is he? Pasta. What you doing, son? Like 3-point turn, he's got a puncture as well. I can see that on the front right. So he waits for me and then decides to drive across the front of me, and oh my god, a Sauber has come flying in there as well. I presume that's Ericsson. Oh my Christ. Let's drive a bit further and see what's going to happen with that. See what Hamilton and Ricciardo are going to do when they come up to that. Right, now let's have a look. What's going on now then? So here comes Hamilton then, up to the scene of the incident between Maldonado. Yellow flag's waving, as you can see there. There's the Sauber. Hamilton just about managing to avoid him. And Maldonado now on his way. And then shedding bits of Lotus absolutely everywhere. That's still not over. Hulkenberg has now decided that he wants to explode in my face as well. I don't know what's happened with him. I don't know if the incident was between him and Maldonado in the first place or what, but absolute carnage unravelling at the Monaco Grand Prix on lap 31 or lap 30 for those guys. Oh, please stop it, game. It's a Sauber again. It's Ericsson again. Vettel now ahead of Hamilton. I've just watched that happen. Hamilton is losing places. He's at the podium spots now. It is in the pit lane. What on earth is he in the pit lane for? Has he made contact with the Sauber as it's recovering back to the pit lane? He's on super softs now, so he'll be mega quick. But he's lost positions to Vettel and Ricciardo. What on earth? This race falling apart for Mercedes, Rosberg and Hamilton out of the podium positions. And we've got 3 different manufacturers in the top 3 positions. That's mental. And we now get told Vettel has a time penalty as well, so that's another point to take into consideration. Can Ricciardo possibly steal a 2nd place from this race? Oh good, it's traffic time again with 3 and a bit laps to go, and this time it's even my teammate. So we've got one of these cars about to go 2 laps down, the other is about to go 1 lap down. Thank you, Hulkenberg. And now teammate, please don't be jealous about all the hype I'm getting just because I'm just a bit younger than you and everyone's going mental about me. And the fact that I may be about to win the Monaco Grand Prix. Please don't put me in the wall. Please don't put yourself in the wall. That'll do. Now I've just noticed Hamilton's passed Ricciardo and there's yellow flags now in turn 1, which I presume when Ricciardo was spun. That is Hamilton now up into... So Hamilton now up into P3. So as we come down the pit straight to start the final lap, I've just noticed Hamilton is now up into P3, so he's passed Ricciardo somewhere. And the big question is going to be, can he get close enough to Vettel to warrant getting P2 after Vettel's penalty? I don't know how long the time penalty is for. He has a penalty of sorts, as our tyres are getting extremely worn as we try and just navigate around this final lap of the race. But this is living the dream. P1 at Monaco in your first ever season of Formula 1. And we're just cruising around on the final lap now, taking in the atmosphere. We've done it with fuel to spare as well. We've done it with plenty of seconds to spare as well to P2. We legitimately had the pace over the Mercedes, you can't deny that. We had the pace to win this race on raw merit, which we've done. And then obviously what's happened in the second half of this race has been absolutely mental, really. Just cars blowing up, people blowing up, everything, tyres blowing up. And Hamilton really hunted down Vettel now. That's going to be interesting to see when they cross the line. But just a couple of corners now stands between us and our first win in F1. And what I presume is going to be the youngest race winner, the youngest Monaco winner, youngest pole sitter. Lots of records I presume being broken this weekend. But it's Max Verstappen at Monaco 2015 who takes P1.
Effort from Toro Rosso to secure a well-deserved race victory.
You can't fault their commitment today. They really pushed hard and were rewarded with a race win. Fantastic achievement.
After all this drama, you'd be mad not to join us for the next race. We hope to see you then. Take care.
Well, 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 there you have it. The results for the 2015 Monaco Grand Prix. Max Verstappen taking the win by nearly half a minute ahead of Lewis Hamilton, who did profit from Sebastian Vettel's numerous lengthy penalties that he's got at some point during the race. He still maintains P3 ahead of his teammate Raikkonen in 4th, Massa taking 5th and Rosberg down in 6th place. Fernando Alonso, P7 in the McLaren Honda. Cheeky monkey that man, I swear. Up in P7, 6 points for him and McLaren Honda, they'll be delighted. Kvyat and Ricciardo ending up down in 9th there, he was running P3 with just a couple of laps to go. Carlos Sainz picking up an extra point for the Toro Rosso team, and Bottas outside the points there. We had a few DNFs, Will Stevens and Romain Grosjean, but that has been the Monaco Grand Prix. That has been our first win of this career mode, and who knows, is this the start of something? Is this the start of our championship title push? Who knows, we'll find out with future races to come. Next up is Canada. Make sure you tune into that, and I'll see you then for that video. Bye for now.